Today I'll be talking about the Leapion Laser post-sale customer service. Prior to purchase, they were talking about the delivery speed and the tech support that's 24 hours a day. On the bottom third of this page, you'll see the 24-hour tech support, the door-to-door visit, as well as the team of 4 that will support post-sale purchase. Here on my invoice, you can see the purchase date was December 20th, 2023. After the production of the laser was completed, I was notified that there would be a $300 surcharge due to the conflict in the Red Sea. The quotes for the laser that I got were from December and was well after the Red Sea conflict had started. Since I was so far along the process of purchasing the laser, I decided to pay the $300 to get the laser. From what I was told, the laser was going to be prepped on the 19th and be going out on January 20th. The shipping time given to me was approximately 30 days. After about 20 days, I reached out to Leapion to find out what the status was of the delivery, and all I could get was that I needed to wait patiently. As we got closer to the 30-day mark, I was trying to get confirmation of where the laser was and the approximate arrival time. They were trying to give examples of how deliveries could be later than expected, but I was using Leapion to handle delivery and the expected time frame that they had provided me. They tried to use the Spring Festival or Chinese New Year to justify the delay in the shipping. The laser was provided to the shipping company 20 days prior to the Chinese New Year festival, so I'm not sure how that holds water. After several messages back and forth, got a delivery date at the port of March 2nd and was told that it would be delivered to me shortly after. The unit took another full week to get to me and arrived on March 11th, 2024. Leapion tried to use force majeure as the reasoning for the delay in the delivery of the laser. Being that the order was placed 2 months after the conflict started and shipped 3 months after, I don't know how it cannot have been foreseen. If the laser was shipped prior to the conflict starting, I could understand that, but it was not the case. Here is the complete manual that Leapion had sent for the operation of the laser. It is very thin and very basic in terms of the information provided. I was told that the tech support will be able to answer questions if they were not answered in the manual itself. Since the manual was very thin, there were tons of questions that I had for them to answer. From the very start, we had issues getting into the laser with the wrong passcodes. I was not aware that the laser would require the use of nitrogen, argon, or compressed air. There were no diagrams in the manual for the setup of the air regulator. I was trying to figure out what the flow rate needed to be through the air regulator for this to be effective. You can see here Jake from tech support states that I can use any air compressor. Since it was not stated in the manual, I was trying to get the flow rate through the air regulator correct. When asked about the consumption rate of argon or nitrogen, they stated it would be about 15 liters per minute. I was told by tech support that I could leave it at the factory settings and clean any materials that I needed. Once I showed them that that was not the case, I was asking for some approximate settings for different materials, which they could not provide. You can see from these screenshots here that the information they provided was vague and not very useful. Since they could not provide many answers for me, I was asking for a complete manual to try to use this machine effectively. Here, Jake tries to reiterate that any questions can be answered here that are not in the manual. They will often ask for images or video of the issue so they can help solve the problem. Leapion does not seem to be well versed in the product and the parameters needed to clean different materials with their product. With the first issue that I had with the laser, the head was overheating. Tech support could not help me without a view of the screen. After providing the screenshot and a video, I was trying to reach them to get some answers to why the head was overheating. There's a 12-hour time difference between where I am and where Leapion is located, but you can see from these calls that none of their team of 4 were able to answer the call. Tech support was asking for the parameters that I was using, and they were all factory with the exception of power and pattern. Even though I was at factory settings, tech support still needed screenshots to help diagnose the issue. I tried to video call so I can show them the screen, but there were no answers on the video calls. They suggested that I use WeChat to try to help solve the issue. Leapion was creating another group chat for tech support to try to diagnose the overheating issue with the laser. You can see from some of these screenshots that it looks like they were throwing people into the chat group to try to help solve the issue, which they were not aware of. The videos and the screenshots had to be shared between them to try to help solve the issue. With the 12-hour delay, I had to go outside in the middle of the night to try to get pictures and videos to try to show them what was going on with my laser. Finally, we were able to determine that the reflex lens was damaged. Since I asked for a replacement head, this is where things go sideways really fast. Here I will go over why I think they will do anything not to cover the part under warranty. You can see in the screenshot that they are asking me if I was using the standard gases required for the operation of the laser. Earlier in the video, you saw that they recommended nitrogen, argon, or compressed air, and even recommended air compressors for me to use with this laser. So the question lies, is compressed air really supposed to be used with this, or is it nitrogen and argon only? If compressed air is not supposed to be used with it, they should be paying for the replacement of the lens. Once I showed them that they stated I could use compressed air, they went into the damage of the protective lens being the cause for the failure on the laser head. After the second excuse, they tried to table the repair or the replacement of the laser head as a solution to the problem. Here she asked me to show her one of the old replacement protective lenses. Luckily, I had one from the previous day still in the bag. Since this was an old protective lens that was already used, I did not see the need to use gloves to try to show them the condition of the protective lens prior to replacement. You can see that debris is not caked on this protective lens. So Leapion has gone from saying that the gas was the issue, then the protective lens was the issue, and now they are saying it's because I did not change it in a dust-free environment. There are many laser companies out there that you can choose from. This is only insight to one of the many. The first red flag should have probably been the bump in the shipping cost. The lack in transparency on the shipping, taking 50 days instead of 30, was a little troubling as well. Leapion may be providing a team of 4 to help with technical questions, but none of them seem well versed in the product to assist with the questions. Their online tech support does not seem to be 24 hours as stated. As for Leapion's warranty, I think they will try to find reason after reason after reason as to why they should not cover the cost of the repair. I hope this helps you from making a bad decision. Thank you for watching my video.